Hey everyone, my name is Aaron. Welcome back to the Critic Sensei YouTube channel, your go-to channel for movie reviews, TV reviews, and updates with the entertainment industry. So today's August 16, 2024, and we're diving into the turmoil surrounding the new Snow White movie that's going to be coming out very soon. And this is the live-action remake starring Rachel Zegler and the evil queen Gal Gadot. We all know that Disney has been going through a lot of challenges lately regards to legal issues, regards to all their failures with TV shows, movies, and their woke initiative. It seems like every division has their challenges right now, and it's not looking that good for Disney. And Snow White is definitely no exception. With CEO Bob Iger pushing their agenda, it's no surprise that things are going south fast. Let's talk about the teaser trailer of Snow White that was released at D23. And this was just released a couple days ago. And to say it didn't go well is definitely an understatement. It is getting ratioed really bad. I'll put it on the screen right here. It is honestly horrible, and I feel like all the remakes kind of go through this, but this one is definitely the worst by far. It is ratioed so bad. Backlash after this trailer was released was immediate, and the dislikes right now are skyrocketing. So it's clear that fans or casual watchers are not interested in the new Snow White coming out. And honestly, I can't blame them. Much of the controversy around this Snow White movie coming out in 2025 is because of the main star, Rachel Zegler. So like I said, Rachel Zegler is the star of this movie. She is Snow White. And her promotion of the film is honestly horrible. It seems like everything she's connected to, every project, has some kind of controversy behind it because she's always pushing some kind of message. Whatever Disney wants to push, she will push that message. And on top of that, she's being divisive. And by her doing this, it's making the public and the fans not like her. And with that, they won't like her film. It seems like a lot of self-sabotage is going on, and she's wondering why things are going so poorly. And like I stated in my previous video, her past comments about the original 1937 version of Snow White, she had an interview and she made statements about the original Snow White that came out in 1937, stating she never liked it, saying that the prince was a stalker. And her saying all this stuff did not really sit well with the public, with the fans. Because think about this, she is the star of this show, stating she doesn't like the original source material. So why is she being Snow White if she doesn't like Snow White? I feel like Disney has the same cycle that keeps happening over and over. They make these remakes. Instead of being true to the source material, they add their own woke initiative to it, or change the story, or change really big things about it that the fans don't like. And they're doing it again with Snow White. It seems like they're not going to have a prince. There's not going to be a love story in regards to it. And like Rachel Zegler said, they want Snow White to be a leader other than actual Snow White.
You wash the dishes.
Now you wash the dishes.
You tidy up the room.
You tidy up the room.
You clean the fireplace.
You clean those cobwebs.
And I will use the broom.
And he'll use the broom.
Anything where they adjust or change the source material, it will fail. People want to watch a remake of things they loved. People love the original Snow White because it's a classic story. And by changing that, people just don't like it. And on top of all the controversy with social media and her interviews, it seems like it's her attitude that the fans don't like. So it's not just Rachel's comments that are causing issues behind the scenes. There's also issues between Rachel and Gal Gadot. There was a report stating that Rachel was furious, discovering that about 20 minutes of her singing scenes were cut to make room for Gal Gadot's character. And I think this is happening also because of all the backlash that Rachel Zegler is getting. It seems like the fans, the public, don't like her as Snow White because of her attitude in and out of the movie. If people don't like the actor and what she's saying outside of the film, they're not going to want to see her starring in this movie. And people love Gal Gadot. She's not saying anything controversial. She's beautiful. And on top of that, she really fits really good as an evil queen. I've been seeing a lot of memes on social media saying that Gal Gadot should be Snow White and Zegler should be the evil queen. And honestly, this all comes down to Gal Gadot being less controversial than Rachel Zegler. And I feel like what's happening is, because of her attitude outside of the movie for these interviews and what she's saying on social media, with her attitude and her character being ugly, it reflects on her Snow White character, which is making it so much worse. So some people were saying there was some tension between Gal Gadot and Rachel Zegler at a photo shoot for the movie's promotional material. Sources were saying that Rachel Zegler is blaming Gal Gadot for her scenes being cut from the film. On top of that, Rachel's post on social media has bringing a lot of hate to Gal Gadot in regards to the conflict from Israel and Palestine. Obviously, Gal Gadot is from Israel. She was in the Israeli army, and Rachel's publicly defending Palestine. It's bringing a lot of hate on Gal Gadot. So adding to the drama, Rachel Zegler was supposed to have a promotional appearance on TV promoting Snow White, but it looks like she was cut from this and they want Gal Gadot to take her place. There's a lot of friction behind the scenes. They don't want Rachel, who's playing Snow White, to be on the front lines of this movie because of all the controversy she's been a part of. Reports say there were several screenings of this movie, stating that Gal Gadot and Rachel Zegler's performances were subpar, and on top of that, the movie was just not well liked. And that's kind of scary considering the movie is already being ratioed so bad, and if their performances are not up to par, this movie is going to fail horribly. The rivalry between Gal Gadot and Rachel Zegler has been intensified. It looks like each of them are trying to salvage their roles for this movie the best they can, but to be honest, this is a PR nightmare. Like I stated earlier in this video, none of this should be a surprise. Rachel's been stating on social media and in interviews about this movie doesn't make fans excited for it. It actually makes them not want to see this film. Also, like I stated, it seems like anything she's attached to, there's always controversy because she can't keep her mouth shut. She always has to say something that's controversial. I don't know if she's doing this to get attention, but either way, it is backfiring really bad. So Zegler made it clear that she sees herself as the star of this film, expecting that everything will revolve around her. Meanwhile, Gal, who is reportedly really close with the director, seems to be taking a lot of the spotlight away because, first of all, she's less controversial. Second of all, she's staying quiet and she's doing what she has to do. And third of all, she looks great as the evil queen. And the studio is telling both actresses to play nice for the cameras, considering how bad the PR is already for this film. And like always, Disney is in damage control mode. It's like the people they hire for these main roles in big movies with big budgets. They always hire controversial people that always backfire. I don't know why they keep doing this. Even before they hired Zegler for Snow White, she was controversial beforehand. She said so many things during past projects which made those fail as well. It seems like Disney is just not learning from their mistakes. At the end of the day, the drama surrounding Snow White is just one example of how Disney is failing overall. With so many creative differences, it's hard to see how this film can succeed considering how bad everything's been going. They had to delay the film due to controversy. They had to delay the film due to how bad the PR was regarding this. And now with these test screenings failing, with the trailer doing so bad, getting ratioed really horribly, it seems like nothing can really make this movie succeed. As it's closer to the release date, it'll be interesting to see how or if Disney can turn things around. What do you all think of this controversy regarding this new Snow White movie? Think all this drama behind the scenes is the final nail in the coffin? So please leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you're new, leave a comment down below what you guys thought of this video. Honestly, there's too much drama, so many different things happening behind the scenes. It just doesn't look good. But we'll see what happens as the release date gets closer and the movie gets released. We'll see how things go. For all we know, it is a masterpiece. But honestly, I absolutely doubt it. And I do respond back to every single comment I get. Peace out, and I'll see you guys in the next video.